Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Joda Home Inspections. Today is September 16th, 2021, and we're doing a sewer scope here at 2746 East, 4215 South. We've got the camera pushed out almost 130 feet. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. I am not to the city connection. I pushed it out as far as I could get it from this access point, and I wasn't able to push it any further. Sometimes when you go through a lot of tight turns, like this one had, it can be very difficult to push it all the way out. If there's another access point that we can find or that they know of, I'm happy to scope through that point. Like there's an access right there, but I didn't see it in the yard. But that opening you see in the pipe, that is an access. Looks like this pipe is transite, which is cement asbestos. So far I'm not seeing any standing water, which is great. As I pushed out, I did see one point that had a lot of waste caught in the line, possibly a root that it was getting hung up on. We'll probably see it soon. And then I also saw a couple actual roots. So I'd recommend having all that cleaned out. Looks like you got a root right there. And the other thing I mentioned too is if we don't see this big pile of waste, it might be because my camera dislodged it and allowed some of it to flow out to the street, which is good for now. But you do want to have it cleaned to get the actual root removed. Otherwise it can happen again. Bear with me, this is a little bit of a difficult access point, and so it takes time to get the camera pulled back. So far, still no standing water, which is good. Alright, we just transitioned to cast iron. Cast iron is generally what's underneath the house, and a lot of it in the house. The issue with cast iron is it gets very rough and rusty, and eventually needs to be replaced because it gets very thin. It also can catch debris and create blockages, which allow for backups. Very good. So to recap, you had a couple of roots. I think that as I pushed my camera head out, I dislodged the debris that I saw as I was pushing it out. It was probably caught on one of those couple of roots that I was able to see as I pulled back. So I'd recommend getting the line cleaned just as a precaution to prevent future backups. But overall, the line looked good in that it wasn't holding water. You did have a fair amount of cast iron, and that'll eventually need to be replaced. I would recommend getting the insurance on the line if it's available in this area. There's an insurance through HomeServe, and they can help offset the cost when the line needs to be replaced. So I'm going to end this recording now.